Good morning. Good morning. Way good morning. It's like 5 in the morning. I've been up for about an hour or so since about 4:30. But I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I figured, what the hell? Do you know that I spent all day yesterday not just trying to get online, but I was doing my study. You you would not believe how many hours I put in sometimes on these projects for those few people to watch. All right. That's some dedication, okay? And I kind of feel like I am, some kind of a slave that's behind, and I gotta get this stuff done, and it doesn't matter if anyone's cartooning it or not, because like the Bible, it winds up being read later by someone, hopefully. But that's what I'm here for today. I thought I would, I had something to talk about, but since then, all kinds of shit's happened. Not one of my favorite people on earth, that Alex Jones guy, but one of those go-getters. One of the big actors in this group here that considers themselves, truthers and woke. God, I hate that word. But anyways, he's gone. He's kaput. He's out of here because he doesn't go with the narrative. All right. There's this purge going on, and at the same time, these guys, these like Twitter and Facebook and forums, places like YouTube are all being brought up to answer some of the questions as to why you have all the censorship going on. That's wrong. But they look at it and say, I can do what I want. It's my platform. Besides, I'm doing what you told me to do, you know? So what does it matter? Okay, but I'm telling you this, it's the narrative that is wrong, and because why do we have to believe in this stuff? I'm being bombarded with things that are talking about monkeys. There's a monkey open, some kind of cartoon, or not a cartoon, a commercial for something, and it talks about our ancestors as these goddamn monkeys. I'm sorry, I don't feel that way, you know. So am I gonna get banned because I don't follow the rules and stuff like that? I'm not a Trump supporter, although I am absolutely glued to my seat every time he does something ignorant, and the world outside leaps to all goddamnness, to the most stupidest stuff on earth. Watching this go on creates like, what the fuck are they got these guys drinking? But it's divide and conquer, just like everything else. But in this situation, you have the mass media, or this group of people that's only owned by like 4 or 5 people on Earth. And of those, you have to say, who's telling them what is good and what's bad. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because this group has the heavy on everybody, and if you don't do what they say, they're going to come take over what you're doing and kick you out. You're gone. You're not going to be in opposition to these guys, an opposition. And so you'll find that those guys that brag. So I don't think I have to worry about anything. It's those people that have all those thousands and millions of subscribers. Those guys got more hits and can control more people with the thought, or control, can influence that many people with just a thought. And then someone get really jealous of that, that's on CNN, and it gets really, whoa, they're supposed to be listening to us. Well, what the fuck is that? Free press was a long time ago. These people are bought and paid for. That's crazy. So get off that. Leave it alone. These people are going to have to go on to be like, having a side job in order to be a true journalist, in the future. But they just don't want that. But anyways, I'm doing, this has to do with, I'm going to try and set some people's minds at ease. All right. As best we can. And we're going to use the Bible to do it with. And one of these things is we're gonna go back into the Old Testament. I'm gonna mark it down here, and I'm gonna find out this is the Lord, which reiterated and reaffirmed several times when Abraham is told to leave Earth. The Lord promises, "I will make you a great nation." After parting from Lot, God reappears and promises all the land that you see to Abraham, and to that his seed would be like dust of the earth, like the dust of the earth in number. Following the battle of all right, it's further prophesied, your descendants will be strangers in a country not of their own, and they will be enslaved and mistreated 400 years. To your descendants, I give this land from the river of Euphrates. All right, so crap. All right, so this was, if you can remember, we were talking about this earlier. This is a world. They're talking about the world. They're talking about the outside. You're going into a land that you're not known of. That's the stranger in a strange land. And only because you came here without mother. That's the whole idea. You came in godless. And so you're a stranger in a strange land. And this land that we've come to is known within beta consciousness as the lowest conscious possible. That's how we actually come alive. We're so low, we're so dense that we actually are physical down here. And nothing is right. It's a place of death. The people that we are listening to and are listening to us, 99, I don't even know that. 90% of these people are dead. This is the idea. You have got to be left in hell. You're supposed to be taken advantage of. You're not supposed to know anything. And we're doing it to ourselves here. These are people that are higher up. They're doing it to the people that are lower. All right. And then when you die, you get a chance to shuffle the cards a little bit, because you don't have to relearn this again. You got to go and relearn something else. Now it's time for you to become someone that shits on someone else, And you get to sit in every seat of this roller coaster, this thing called life. But every time you come down here in the earth, you're going to be misled. You're going to be mistreated. You're going to be trodden on. It's what it's for. It's what this place is for. What would be really nice is if we could get together and say that we would love to have this playground of hell. We would like it whole. We would like to be able to decide on our own. And a lot of people will still go for the shitty side because they're made that way, damn, let them have it. But those people that are seeking the truth, those people that seek the truth, we still have to have an outlet, this would be nice that there's some place out there where we can get a little air, and in the scriptures, in the Bible scriptures, it's about water. So can you or a spigot, any kind of spigot, can it put out two waters? Can it put out fresh water and salt water at the same time? The Bible says no. So that's his whole point about right now. When you're working out of just your half mind, you're putting out bad water. You're taking in nothing but sewage. Everything is awful. This coming from mankind. This is the earth. You guys, wake up. This idea is that it's shitty out there. It says we want you to come inside and drink from this water and everything will be fine. Because it brings the truth to life. It brings truth to life inside of you. This is what you share. I share the truth to the few people that are listening. But you'll see that that's how it works. There's only a few people ever even find this other side. So we're like crammed down in a hole someplace, you know, someplace, somehow. I don't know how I'm getting any new subscribers or anything like that. It'd be really interesting to know, but I welcome you anyways. But anyhow, this is 10 minutes. It's going to take 2 hours to upload. This is just awful, mean, awful stuff. But I got some listening. I got some teachings. I was going to tell you about Abraham and the lineages of his family and stuff like that. Show you how you are this God. I worked all day on that, but it is so tough. And I'm trying to make it so simple that I'm having a tough time with it with my dyslexia. But anyways, you guys, what we want is to have an open playing field. We should allow the nuts. And just put a garbage can someplace in there where you can, you know, pretend take that particular guy and throw him in the garbage can. And after he winds up in the garbage can, like, you know, a million times, you know, by a million different people, well, maybe then they might just, he may get a reprimand, you know, but they should allow one giant garbage pit, a dumping ground for all information, and don't hold no holds barred. That would be fair. Do you understand? That's what we look for. And that's what we thought we had. But it winds up being like the Bible. It's a snare. All of these little things out here that are given to us for free. All of us kind of hook on like we're one of the little bumblebees, you know, in the big hive of things, you know, and now the queen has just entered the room and it's not the same queen as it was before. Oh my God. So anyways, we work on this. Our channel is nothing but about truth, you know, but it goes against the mainstream idea of what God is. But, you know, as long as we keep it on the down low, they won't ever even recognize it. Anyways, something to think about. If you want freedom in this world, you're going to have at least freedom of knowledge, freedom to choose whether we want to believe something or not, and have the right to do that, you know. So anyways, I love you guys and good morning. Good morning. I'm going to get my ear pricked off today. Gonna get that some kind of melanoma or something like that. It's gone. We'll find out. I love you. Take care.